Good afternoon, good evening, this is John Paul Wright. I'm coming to you from Tokyo, Japan, and today I want to talk about the Captain Marvel box office. I made a prediction that it was gonna bomb, and it did really good. But some people think that it might not have done really good for this reason. What you see behind me now is a slideshow of tweets people made claiming that theaters were empty. When I first heard this, I was like, you know what? I don't know. It's gotta be like, I guess we're just sore losers and we can't accept the fact that people are gonna like Captain Marvel, it's gonna be doing good. But then when I thought about it, how could all these strange people on Twitter get together and do this? And would people really do this on their own? So many people? I mean, I don't know how many, but apparently there are multiple accounts of it. And I also checked the Captain Marvel official Reddit, which has about 3,000-ish subscribers. To my surprise, it's not that active, is it, for a movie that's doing so well? And somebody left a picture of an empty theater, and the comment was, how come it's an empty theater? And they weren't even trying to troll or prove a point or do anything. They were just kind of saying, hey, look, I saw Captain Marvel, guys. So when I saw that, it kind of clicked a little bit more like, hey, you know what? Yeah, maybe the theaters were empty. Maybe Disney did buy out some theaters to make it look good for the opening weekend. I'm not saying this for 100%, obviously, I can't. Nobody knows. I can't say, hey, it was fake, I know it, here's the proof. I'm not saying it's proof, but we call it evidence, which doesn't mean the same thing as proof, it means a strong hint towards it. By the way, I didn't collect these myself, I will link the channel below who did. Cool channel. And when you think about it logically, some people said, well, why wouldn't they just do this with Solo? Disney's had bombs before. Why didn't they just do this before? Well, perhaps they learned their lesson. Nobody's perfect. Everybody needs to do things to learn lessons and learn the hard way and think about things. But from this point forward, I wouldn't be surprised if we see agenda-driven movies or maybe actresses and actors who have terrible PR mess up before the box office and get saved somehow by an incredible opening. Because logically, this movie should have done pretty bad. I mean, people have said this before, and this is speculation, but I think most of us can agree, the main group of people who sees Marvel movies are men. Brie Larson said things about dudes and white dudes, but also men in general, and, you know, white dudes are men too, so that probably didn't sit so well with men, and it probably caused a lot of people not to see it. And, you know, again, think about the incredible networking and why would strangers get together and say, hey, let's tweet a bunch of empty theaters about Captain Marvel. These are just kind of, you know, random tweets, basically. There's also a comment going around about Captain Marvel on Twitter, on the net, things like that, and the comment is the same exact comment every single time. It says, I'll make it very simple and clear. Captain Marvel is really worth a watch. It's just entertaining and visually impressive. Exactly what it was meant to be. Just keep this in mind that it's an origin story, so don't go looking for an overstuffed complex story. It's just a fun action movie intro. Wow, that doesn't sound like kind of a textbook sentence structure kind of fake thing. I mean, yeah, obviously a human being wrote that, but you'll see this on multiple accounts over and over. Why? Anyway, you guys let me know what you think about that in the comments. You could also let me know what you think Week 2 will do with the box office, although it doesn't matter so much. I mean, this is just building a mystery, and yeah, again, I can't say 100%, hey, I got you guys, I know for sure that Captain Marvel didn't make the money, but, you know, I'll go 50-50 at least. I mean, it's sketchy, and what happened with Rotten Tomatoes was very sketchy. No one can deny that on any side. The ratings plummeted, and then all of a sudden, magically, Rotten Tomatoes said, hey, we don't want to show these audience scores anymore, want to see anymore. I'm sorry, we don't want to show want to see anymore. You know, and of course the audience scores are going up and up. Alright, so if you're new here, please click that subscribe button, notifications bell, got a Patreon, Twitter, it's all set up. I will see you next time.